All the young girls in the town suddenly became pregnant at the same time. The Military Emergency Response Unit quickly gathered all the pregnant girls and their families together. After investigation, it was discovered that these girls, regardless of whether they had boyfriends, all became pregnant after the massive blackout. Current technology cannot explain this phenomenon. The police demanded that everyone undergo a mandatory physical examination after the meeting. This was incomprehensible to many. The girls believed the military was looking for an excuse to conduct secret experiments. They demanded to go home immediately. The chief inspector directly rejected the proposal and insisted that everyone keep this a secret. They were also required to sign a confidentiality agreement immediately. No one was willing to agree to such unreasonable demands. Someone noticed surveillance cameras overhead. They realized they had been monitored without their knowledge. The chief inspector informed everyone that the Ministry of Internal Affairs had granted the police authority beyond the law. This made everyone even more uneasy. The higher-ups outside gave a nod of approval. The soldiers received orders and led their teams away. One of the girls wanted to call a lawyer to sue them, but the signal in the meeting room had been blocked. Suddenly, a group of armed soldiers stormed into the meeting room. Someone calm in the crowd urged everyone to remain calm for the moment. They requested that the soldiers leave first. They argued this would frighten everyone. Susan, a family psychologist in the town, found her daughter pregnant after the incident. Her daughter swore she didn't have a boyfriend. At first, Susan didn't believe her daughter, until many families with similar unexplained pregnancies came to her for counseling. A girl who had consulted the doctor stood up from the crowd. Everyone in town knew her as an older single woman. She hadn't dated anyone for years, yet she was also pregnant. This finally made people start to believe. Just then, someone opened the door. Several female students accompanied by their parents were about to enter. They also experienced the same situation after the blackout. Due to the unique nature of the group, the police had already held private discussions with them beforehand. With this solid evidence in front of them, no one could deny the truth any longer. The chief inspector handed out the confidentiality agreements. Susan stood up and urged everyone to sign the document. Of course, everyone had the right to go home immediately, but no one could deny what happened on May 6th. Even if only to keep this secret for these girls, it was better to sign the document sooner. At this point, there was nothing more to say. Although some hesitated, after most had signed, the others reluctantly signed under pressure. What followed was a detailed medical examination. Doctors used non-invasive prenatal genetic testing to extract the fetus's genes to determine the identity of the father. The results came out a day later. Not only did the fetus's genes have no connection to the boyfriend's, but they couldn't even identify what species the genes came from. One girl decided to terminate the pregnancy. Her boyfriend quickly stopped her. Due to their physical condition, they only had a 1% chance of conceiving. It was essentially infertility. Now that they finally had a child, he didn't want to miss this rare opportunity. Some people wanted to keep the child based on religious beliefs, believing it was a work of God, but Susan's daughter didn't think so. She wanted to terminate the unknown fetus immediately.